10 years, this family went up and down this writ of habeas corpus, emotional roller coaster. The kids grew up, they got older. They wanted to know what's going on. Why is this guy who received the death penalty 10 years ago still alive? What's going on? So at every step of the way, you had not only the obligation, but the opportunity to explain that. Most of which I didn't understand. I mean, for the first time, I was being drugged through the federal process. I didn't know anything about the federal process. That's why I ran into people like Doug Becker with the Attorney General's office, and these great lawyers. They handled that part of it and took us country bumpkins along with the trial lawyers. You know, we hire appellate lawyers to wear bow ties and think with big heads. But we're just trial lawyers. But it drug us along. It drug us into that experience. It made us think about things we never thought about before. And I think made us better lawyers. To where I think later cases, death penalty cases that I was involved in, I was able to benefit from that experience. Knowing what was going to happen if it was done right, knowing what the process was, knowing what the appeal process was, how long it was going to take, being able to work with the victim's family without emotionally crashing yourself, waking up in the middle of the night and praying that you're right. Please let me be right on this decision. There's nobody to ask. Can I do this? Should I do this? Who are you going to ask? There's nobody. So you become your own greatest fan. I mean, you have to be. If you have no confidence in yourself, how are others supposed to have confidence in you that you're handling their business? But not a cocky, boastful kind of confidence, but a quiet confidence that we're going to do this right. It's going to take a while. We're going to give it our best shot. And you've got to believe in me. You've got to believe in me. In order for you to believe in me, I've got to believe in myself. In order to believe in myself, I've got to first of all make the right decision that this is what we ought to be doing. If I make the wrong decision, I've got false hope. If I make a political decision, this is what we ought to do because politically it looks good, you're in for trouble, boy. You're in for trouble. If you're right, you can withstand almost any onslaught from the press, from the public, personally, personal assaults, personal insults. But if you're playing a game, you will be found out in a death penalty case. If you're trying to trick a jury, if you're playing life or death with that jury, they're going to sense it. And they'll take your head off. And they'll take your political head off. And you'll be through as a prosecutor. Because prosecutors have higher standards. They have to be right. You can't guesswork your way through being a prosecutor. You can't guesswork your way through being a DA.